all of you know one heck of a lot about negotiations. I say that because most of you are independent financial advisors, entrepreneurs, if you will, who spend one heck of a lot of your time, negotiating. Of course, with clients, with customers, but you're dealing with employees. A problem I'm sure you have is retaining and motivating a competent staff, negotiating to manage litigation risks, trying to comply with the increasing amount of regulations that all governments seem to impose after a while. You negotiate with respect to the changing needs of your clients. You negotiate to improve your office efficiency. You're negotiating to adapt to changes in the marketplace. And you're negotiating to exceed higher and higher expectations that your clients may have. In other words, for all of you, negotiating is the game of life. And please note that I refer to it as a game because I prefer that you see it that way. Because a game is where you care, really care, but not that much. Now, why do I say that? Because who is the worst person that you negotiate for? I believe the answer is yourself. I know that is true in my case. I negotiate on behalf of a lot of wealthy people, people that are successful entrepreneurs, large corporations, where I try to take a percentage of things. You know, it's a good deal. And I do well on their behalf. Yet, when I negotiate on behalf of myself, I am close to inept. I am pathetic. Now, why is that the case? Do you believe it is because I am lacking in self-esteem? Let me assure you, that is not the case. I like me one heck of a lot. In fact, if I could be more effective for myself and less effective for you, I would prefer it that way. But in truth, I am better for you. Why? Because I don't even know you. I mean, I care about you, but not that much. And that attitude tends to give me altitude and perspective. One of the reasons you do poorly for yourself is you want something too much, and you're under stress. Your adrenaline begins to flow. You become doped up and dumbed down. And as a result, you lose your perspective. And so I am suggesting to you that the right attitude in negotiation is between irrational exuberance and rational apathy. Caring, but not that much. Now, negotiating is a game, but the game is best played as one of addition and not subtraction or exclusion. The best outcome in a negotiation is where both sides benefit. And that's the beginning of long-term successful relationships that you have with the people you're in business with or your clients or customers. Now, what negotiating is really about, its essence, its core, is voluntarily decision-making. Unlike the great growth industry in North America, Canada, litigation, negotiation involves a situation where both sides at the end have got to say yes. The problem with that is one side starts out saying, no, I'm not doing it. No, I don't like that. It didn't sound good to me. Forget about it. No, we'll talk about that later. So what you're trying to do as a negotiator is help this person who seems reluctant move from reluctance to commitment, from no to yes. That's the essence, really, of negotiation. Occasionally people say to me, Herb, in your career, have you ever encountered a situation where both sides right at the outset are saying yes, and they bring you in? And the answer to that question is no. Why would they bring me in? Right? No, the typical situation that I deal with is two people are sitting around a table in Toronto, and one says to the other, I think your business is worth $20 million. The other says, I'm offended by that chintzy, niggling, paltry, and pathetic offer. This business was started by my grandfather. It's worth $100 million. The only way to even consider what you just said, that pathetic, what you call an offer, is if you threaten to rip the eyeballs from my skull, if you threaten to tear the tongue from the roof of my mouth, if you tend to murder and destroy my family, whom I love dearly, then I might consider it. As far as you're concerned, right now, shove it. The person to whom that is said to will then call my office that evening or certainly the next morning. And here's how they put it. We have a problem in Toronto involving differences in perspective. Perhaps Herb can fly up here, you see, and resolve this matter. And I must tell you, in my lifetime, I have made many of these futile and stupid trips, you know. And, you know, you come through security or what have you, and both sides are waiting for you, you know. And they look at you. And by the way, usually when people first see me, they're a little disappointed, you know. You know, in their mind, they're thinking, I thought he'd be taller. You know what I mean? He's, you know, like he doesn't have a top executive walk. This is the problem that I have. But then I meet with those people, and we have a little chat, and I find out that they're so far apart that there's no deal going to be made. And it doesn't even matter how I dress. By the way, I know there's an illusion out there that you'll do better if you dress for success, okay? My own feeling about that is it don't help you at all how you dress, okay? I've never been in a situation where a guy said, I don't like this deal at all, but hey, the way that guy is put together, the matching ensemble, the cut, the fabric of his garment, the power tie. I was thinking, no, based on his clothing, make that yes, no. The opposite may be true. If you look that good, they somehow expect you to make the concessions. And so my strategy in negotiation is generally to make the other side feel superior to me. In many cases, you have to work very hard. But nevertheless, I will tell you, it tends to pay off. Now, what negotiating is really all about, it's a cross-cultural phenomenon. And I don't mean a negotiation from one nation to another. Canada negotiating with the People's Republic of China, or Canada negotiating with Czechoslovakia. No. Everybody is different and everybody is unique. If there was anybody here exactly like you, there'd be no reason for you to be here. So, whenever you're interacting with someone, they could live down the street from you, drive the same automobile, have children your age, but it's a cross-cultural negotiation because we don't see things as they are. Each of us see things as we are. We are captives of the pictures in our brain.